So, as someone like me, who may be like you, tell us what made you decide to make this project?
Disappointment. I was a military brat growing up. After 9/11, my dad joined the military. We got shipped off to Germany, so I went from northern Indiana, like land of the Amish and corn, to Germany. And Wild Force came on, was one of the only English shows that we got over there. So like I attached to it pretty hard. And when they got the new crystals in the show, and I was like, oh well, of course this means a new ranger or a new form, and it was nothing. And I was like, well, that's a bummer. And then they showed the rhino, and I was like, it's definitely a bummer. So I just drew out a sketch, and I was like, this is what I'd want to see. And then as I got older as an adult, I was like, I could do that. I can make this happen. And now I'm here at Power MORPHICON doing a panel. All yesterday I spent with the Wild Force cast, helping them, sitting with them. So like the big takeaway is like, just do it. The worst that's gonna happen is you did something cool for yourself, and best case scenario, you end up doing something like this and just having a ball. I mean, I have my own action figures now, my own crystals. I mean, this guy over here, I mean, stuff little me would love to have and see. And I've done it just by pursuing it.
Nice. And Stickasaurus, how about when you started your end of things? What made you decide to get into it?
Well, I always wanted a Power Ranger helmet, and years ago, I tried to make a peppercore one and fiberglass it and everything like you do, but then it didn't turn out well at all. I'll show you one day if you're in the Discord. I keep forgetting. But fast forward, I got a 3D printer to make D&D minis. To this day, I played D&D one time, and I decided to print helmets. And I printed sadly a Green Ranger helmet. If you know me and follow me, you know I do not like Tommy or the Green Ranger. That's my shtick. I'm sticking to it. It's fine. It's fine. Just stick to your guns. And I just started making helmets, and it just hasn't stopped. I think we're getting close to like 400 or so. We've 3D printed, finished, made videos for. It's just been a long time. And then I ran into Logan here, and he had these awesome designs. And I asked him if he wanted to make them real. And now we're here doing a panel with PMC, and it's a true love story.
He's underplaying our meet cute because we have an artist friend that does our work for us. M for Mighty, he can't be here, unfortunately. And I was getting our rating octopus, which I have a print for at our table, character design. And it's a blue ring octopus. And when I sent it to him, he was like, there's another weird boy who is doing one with an octopus just laying on his Gokaiger helmet. And I was like, give me his information because I have got to talk to this guy. And then he's been stuck with me ever since.
Sadly.
And there's actually there's a few people around here that are going around in Stickasaurus helmets.
Yeah, there are. If you saw Toe Collectibles, Megazord out there has a helmet I made for him. Zenith Media, 2 of their Zoodra helmets I made for him.
Amy's walking around here in the Swan that you made for her.
Yeah, Amy's in here. Amy's not in here, but Amy's walking around with a Swan I made for her.
Yeah. Nice.
I didn't know she changed.
So in terms of the actual project, I want you to walk me and all of them pretty much from soup to nuts. You like that phrase? I'm secretly 70, apparently. From soup to nuts, I want you to just tell me like treatment to actual product. Like how long does it take? How many revisions need to be remade?
Well, like we said, we started with my Rhino Ranger, and he's been through like 3 versions. Sticks made both versions of the helmet. We went from one that had 2 horns that are like this big, and the new one's got a horn that's like this on it, massive. But it started as an art project where I was just like, I'm gonna make all 100 crystals into 100 Rangers, and then it grew into a fan art project, a group art project, because people were like, I want a Wild Force Ranger too, and I was like, sure, what do you want? And they were like, okay, well, I've got a list, and you can pick one of these. And they're like, well, I like axolotls, and they're not on there. And I was like, we can do an axolotl, let's do it. So we have a pink axolotl Ranger. And then people are like, well, I want an action figure of one of these. And I was like, okay. And then I started talking to people about that. And then it just grew into this huge fan thing, which we call the Tokusatsu Worldwide Federation, where we're just working with everybody. I work with Gao Gao Shop, makes these crystals. Bin Studios makes our big figures. Power Ranger Fan 12 makes our small figures, which any of you guys want to come up and pick one up and look at them, absolutely do so. It just grew into me making a ton of friends and working with a ton of people. That's why I say, like, just go for it. Worst case scenario, you make a few friends. Best case scenario, you make a lot of friends, a lot of cool stuff, and you get to do cool stuff like this.
And for Stickasaurus, similar, but I want to know, like, where do you acquire the materials to get everything?
So, first off, the best thing about this is since we work with so many people, if you want to get a helmet made, I mean, you got to come up with your concept art, as always, and we usually ship it off to M for Mighty. He does all of our art for the most part. We do some artists, do posters and everything, but he does all the main art. So you got to get 360s made of your helmet. And he'll help you through the process. He'll tweak it, get it how you want it. And then we move it over to our model maker. We use is either 3D Command Center, but the main one we use for the New Frontier stuff is Zero to Hero. He does an amazing job. I bug him way too much with way too many helmet files. I'm pretty sure he hates me. But he's made, I think, he had like 26 helmets modeled.
New Frontier has a lot of helmets, so he's done about 26, and it's going to be 100 by the time it's done.
Yes, it's going to be great. They're all going to be in Logan's house. It's going to be cool. And then after that, I get the file from Zero. We 3D print it, just typical PLA. Don't overthink it. You don't need PETG or anything, just some PLA plastic. And then I usually make a video of it, you sand it, get it smooth and everything, and get it looking pretty for him, and then finish up the video and ship it off to Logan. Sit on his glass living room.
How many videos do you think you would have up on YouTube right now?
New Frontier, just in general?
No, just in general.
Helmet videos, I think we have 238. And we're scheduled up to next April.
And all of his videos take you from start to finish. He takes you from printing it out, sanding it, then wet sanding it 1,000 times, priming it, all that jazz. And so he's really not just making helmets, he's also making content that helps other people learn how to make helmets. He sends kits out to people so they can finish painting them themselves. Like I said, it's really community-based. And he's not doing it just for him. He wants people to learn, wants to help people out. People message him all the time and ask, like, hey, how would you do this? And he's like, yeah, he'll walk you through it.
Yeah, it's more important. I'd rather teach you how to make your helmet because anyone can do it. Trust me. It's nothing special. Anyone can do it, but I'd rather teach you how to do it. You can make your own. I don't want your money. I'd rather you put some hard work into it, or not. You don't have to. Some people just throw paint on an unprinted helmet and they're happy with it, and it looks great 6 foot away. So, it looks great on the shelf.